in front of the train, white columns, black fence behind it. Perry Court is named after Commodore Perry. He is one of the first gentlemen to reach the North Pole. And this is an Army base built in 1833. Today it's used to house some Coast Guard personnel. But it has always been the U.S. Navy that has played the biggest role on the island. The Navy kicked out the pirates from the Keys in the mid-1820s and allowed the island to grow in peace. And the Navy has been here for all of the major wars fought by the United States, up to and including the Vietnam War. They've always had the most personnel and the biggest impact on the island, the U.S. Navy. Up ahead on your left, we have a little white picket fence. Soldiers and sailors that died of yellow fever epidemics on the island back in the 1800s, buried here. You'll see a marker on your left in the middle, old military burial ground. Nothing is allowed to be built here today. There's that marker. You may have already noticed this. Houses in these neighborhoods, they're built very close together. Well, guess what? You can find homes behind these houses in the middle of the blocks. To get to those in the middle, you need lanes and alleys. Our early homes here are built by ship's carpenters. We did not have trained architects and designers. They're building their homes the way they build their ships. A technique called mortise and tenon joints. All it really is, tongue and groove building. One plank made to fit into another. You drilled holes through them both, and you put big wood pegs there to keep it all in place. It would give these old homes give and sway in the high winds of hurricanes. These old homes could bend and not break. It's one of the reasons they have survived so well to this day. The neighborhood we've turned into is called the Meadows. Quiet, peaceful, and you find lots of different architecture here, brought to us from around the world by the travels of our ship's captains over 100 years ago. So, our homes look different. They have one feature in common, and it's the roofs. When you look up top, do you notice what they're all made out of? Metal. Yeah, the original metal used, I think you said it's tin? Tin roofs. Yep, that's what they used here. Now, there were two big reasons to have them. One is to collect clean rainwater. And we didn't have running water till 1942 when the U.S. Navy first brought down a freshwater pipeline from the mainland. Before that pipeline, our drinking water was rain. And it hit these tin roofs and easily flowed down into cisterns, cement holding tanks next to or below the homes. What do we have before tin roofs? Wood shingles. Wood obviously burns. It is a great big fire hazard. Fire prevention, reason number 2. Now, our worst fire started at 2 in the morning in 1886. It would burn out of control for more than half a day. When finally contained, Old Town was up in flames. 5 or 6 buildings in our business district had survived. They were the ones that had tin roofs. So government mandated metal roofs after the fire, but tin will rust. So what you're really looking at today is mainly aluminum and galvanized steel. Now, if you look to your left behind the shrubs, you see a rusty roof? That one is made out of tin. But if they're not rusty, pretty sure, aluminum, galvanized steel, they just last longer. And I head through a quiet zone for a block and a half. So I'll be back with you in a moment. Un momento, por favor. You hear me okay? First part? Second part. You guys hear me all right? Yeah.